Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the Proton Pack is Not a Toy. I recently found some pictures that I thought I had lost from 2008 that show my first Proton Pack that I ever built, and just wanted to take a chance to show those to you here today. Now, back then, if you wanted a Proton Pack and to have the Ghostbusters gear, it wasn't stuff that was just available on store shelves like you can go online now and around Halloween and buy the Spirit Halloween pack like I have over here in the corner, which is a very decent, fair representation of what people expect the Proton pack to look like. Then in my other corner over here, I've got my other full-size pack that I eventually built up to. And it took years of collecting parts and finally decided to spend the money and build something a little more long-term than what I eventually started off with. So I'll start showing you a few pictures here so you can take a look. The first pack that I had was the motherboard, and a lot of the other parts of it were built out of a foam board type material that you can buy for kids projects and things, for like Michael's or Hobby Lobby, places like that, where it's just the foam core type material. You can buy it in black, and I can't remember for sure not if I had it in white and I just spray painted it black at the time, but I know at one point I used black to build it and just super glue the parts together. Found measurements on gbfans.com and started putting parts together using cardboard and that foam material, and then parts that I could find like in a dollar store or hardware store, just bits and pieces, things that looked right, things that were close, and was able to build a Proton pack out of it. Now, I've got the one surviving part still left here. This is the cyclotron. It's actually signed by Dan Aykroyd there. You can see one of the main reasons I kept it. But this is just a dollar store pan, and you can see the red transparent material there so that the lights would shine through on the cyclotron. And then these were just big washers that I was able to buy at a hardware store. And the end filter is the bottom of a Pringles can. So a lot of it was just cobbled together, but you get enough of the parts cobbled together and you pay enough attention to it and you use the right colors as much as you can, and you can have a decent looking Proton pack. And so that's what I started with, and eventually moved up to not this pack that I have here. In between, I had one that was built out of wood, which was probably just about as heavy as this metal one that I have now, metal and fiberglass. But the other one was built out of wood, and I kind of hollowed it out enough, and it was quite sturdy, but it didn't quite achieve the look that I wanted. You could still up close tell that it was made out of wood, and it wasn't the right kind of material. So I don't really have a lot of pictures of that one to show you. But the other thing I wanted to show is the first time that I really took my pack out in public was in 2009. That's when the Ghostbusters video game came out for, let's see, Xbox 360, PS3 I think it was at the time, and the Wii. It wasn't even the Wii U at the time. I think it was just the Wii had their version of it as well. Prior to it coming out, I was actually invited to take part in a beta testing program for the video game, and I was able to play it before it ever came out, and then they used some of my I say they did. I think they used some of my suggestions to help fine-tune the game and to give my impressions as a video game player and also as a big Ghostbusters fan. So when the game came out, they had a big release party around the corner from where Terminal Reality was set up, the company that developed the game. There was a GameStop around the corner, and so they had the midnight release, and they actually brought the Ecto-1, the film-used one. They had just refurbished it, and they brought it out there, and I was able to get some pictures taken with the real Ecto-1 and have it in uniform with this pack that I had built, and I was really proud of it and really happy with how that turned out, and to be involved in the, not really design of the game, but having some input and you know, having a little bit of involvement in that way. So hopefully you enjoy seeing some of these pictures, and hopefully it is encouraging to you if this is a hobby that you're ever interested in getting involved with, and building your own pack rather than just buying something from the internet or from the Halloween stores. Nothing wrong with doing that. You can have an awesome pack and, you know, plug and play ready to go. But if you're ever interested in taking the hobby to the level of building your own, don't be ashamed of starting off with just a few of the parts that you want to eventually have, and then just building what you can from the rest, from things that are cheap and easy, and then year by year building your pack, and eventually have one that, you know, it's good to go and you're pretty much done upgrading it. So no shame in starting off with the cake pan and Pringles cans, things like that, and eventually getting to your final destination there. So hopefully you've enjoyed these pictures and this short video, and have a great weekend. Thank you for watching.